Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we have to take our financial report. Before we do that, I would like to do a little bit of scrapping here. I was just looking through this and I noticed that we've got ourselves a hunter part here, we're never going to use, a couple of striker parts here, and that will make us a little bit more money, make this month report a little bit easier to swallow. Also this mobile HQ, there we go, that'll do just fine. So at this point, let's go ahead and tick forward. And we know that we're going to need to tick forward at least until the upgraded lounge is done. So we'll go ahead and do that. That'll be 5 days here. And another 11 on that Wolverine. Now, that Wolverine is not going to be fully done, but it's going to be closer. So the question is, do we want to continue ticking forward here, or do we want to get another upgrade going? I think this. We get a free tech point, as well as 2 morale for just 214k. I think that's worthwhile. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, bankruptcy is projected. We are aware of this. Okay, so that's everything except the Wolverine done. Do we deploy without the Wolverine? Well, the stealth is going to need some work. So let's go ahead and repair everything here. Now we do lose the stealth armor and a double heatsink. Where did this double heatsink come from? Here. Okay. That's fine. And we do require a free heatsink. That's good though. We've got plenty of double heatsinks. Now we could put on some crit resistance, I suppose. I would really like to still have that stealth armor. Unfortunately, we did lose it. And I don't think there's really anything we can do about that. I mean, we could run a sheathed beacon instead. We already have ECM. So we'd need to drop our Angel ECM for the sheathed beacon. Active probe already installed. Yeah, we'd have to do that. That would free up 4 tons. Isn't that interesting? 9 tons for the binary laser. That's probably not a great option. We've already got the dual SRM6s. We are running melee accuracy on this mech. We could theoretically upgrade the engine. We've got a 240 in here right now. We could go to a 265. That would mean that we have about a ton to work with. That would give us a little bit more speed. Don't hate that. And we could switch over to energy accuracy instead of the melee accuracy. I don't know. I kind of like to upgrade this small heavy laser, especially with our heat efficiency maxed right now. Do we require... We don't require an external heatsink. So this is actually using up a heatsink, or this is using up a ton. So we could drop the small heavy laser, and then we have a ton and a half to work with. Medium pulse laser is 2 tons. I wish that we had another medium heavy laser. That would be an ideal scenario there. I guess we could just go with an ER medium, though. Pretty sure we had an ER medium, right? We actually don't. I thought that we did have an ER medium, but no such luck. Well, that gives us 2.5 tons to work with. And we still have a lot of heat here. A lot of heat headroom. I mean, this would be hilarious. It's not going to happen. But... only we had a ferrofibrous armor. But we don't, and I think we'll put in this medium pulse laser. Yeah, our heat efficiency isn't perfect, but that's okay. I don't think we care about that necessarily. Getting a bigger engine core in here is a pretty big deal. Let's go ahead and validate that. Yeah, we're going to be 0.4 tons underweight. I'm aware of this.
I'll get it in the schedule.
And we're going to tick forward the 1 day that would take. Now, do we wait on the Wolverine? Honestly, I don't think we do. Let's hop into the barracks here, do what training we can.
I'm ready. Standing by.
Which, okay, a point of piloting for Rain.
Training complete.
Waiting for orders.
And for Savarok.
Mech warrior training complete.
Awaiting orders.
And that's it. Okay. So what's available out here? We don't necessarily want something super tough right now. We're pretty low on funds if something goes wrong, and we are also not at full strength. These both look pretty good. This is a capture base and an ambush convoy. Slightly better pay here. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. This is in Tundra Biome, of course, and we're going to bump this to, I think, 418 salvage. I usually prefer doing salvage over doing cash, generally speaking. El Duce only has the mongoose, huh? I guess we can bring the mongoose. It's not the most durable of mechs. Anybody have stealth affinities that is deployable? Yes, actually, Pacifist does. That is perfect. And our Clint is good to go. Let's do it. Yeah, I know we've got unused tonnage on a lot of different mechs at this point. Our options are still not the greatest, and as we run more missions, we'll get more and more options. It'll be fine. Eventually, I'd like to maybe upgrade that stealth to some sweet dual MRM-20s. That'd be hilarious. I have no idea if we could make that tonnage work. Dual MRM-40s. I know we couldn't make that tonnage work. That would be really funny. Dual MRM-40s is really dangerous, especially if you've got some form of armor-penetrating ammo. Like, oh, that does so much. But for now, we need to destroy the Davian convoy and escape, with a secondary of defeating all convoy escorts. A local government convoy was ambushed and looted for expensive industrial materials, and the perpetrators, the Federated Sons, are moving the stolen goods to a secure location. We'd like you to strike the convoy and destroy it. Our salvage teams will then retrieve our goods from the wreckage. Okay, well, it's dark currently. So that doesn't look dark. Okay, good to know. Need to recon the area. Yup, we've got allies. Great. And we're going to get ambushed, it looks like. So I'd like to deploy, like, over here. I don't like where that mongoose is. I'd like to deploy, like, over here. That's better. Okay, we'll deploy here.
I've got eyes on the target.
Okay. So we see an Owens, a mobile HQ, a tracked APC, a Cloudbuster, a Wheeled Scout. That's not very threatening. Where is their escape point? Okay, so we are kind of on the wrong side of it. We're going to have to try to chase them down then.
Yes, Commander.
Now, this mobile HQ just moved. So I'm going to position our mongoose here in cover with 3 evasive pips. We're going to move up and get some C3 scans rolling in here. I'm actually surprised. Oh, yeah, it's turn 1. No sensors. Sure. We're going to fire on this mobile HQ regardless. There's a chance we could kill it, but it's extremely unlikely.
Roger.
And it didn't happen.
That didn't hit.
That's okay. So at this point, this Clint is going to similarly move up and get into cover here.
Moving to position.
Are we better off in long range or short range targeting mode? Probably short range at this distance, right? Actually, long range. Okay.
That's right.
Ah, yeah. 12 damage. Fantastic. Probably spread out all over that rear arc, too. If I had to guess.
Receiving
Our
you.
stealth is going to cruise on up over this direction-ish. I actually kind of feel like moving here.
Affirmative.
And we're going to also fire on that mobile HQ. We do need to eliminate it after all. Another 10 damage. Not great. But it'll do. Mobile HQ moved out of there. It didn't have evasive pips. I was under the impression it had already
Waiting
moved.
for orders.
Okay. Well, that happened. We're going to move up with this Centurion. This is our AC-20 Centurion. I'm not going to fire the AC-20 here, but we'll potshot everything else.
Confirmed.
Yeah, no damage to the Owens, but we don't expect round 1 damage.
Negative damage.
Okay.
Yes, Commander.
And this Centurion is going to attempt to sprint out over this way. This isn't very good in terms of positioning. We're going to position here, and we're going to pot shot the Owens, but we don't expect much.
Let's see for the like.
We got an AC5 hit. That's not bad. Yeah, the Owens moves now. We're pretty concerned about the positioning here and how quickly these vehicles are going to be able to move along this road. That's what my biggest concern is right now. We're going to need to move up here very aggressively. So let's see what this Owens does. It's thinking. Okay. I don't know how helpful that is for the Owens, but sure. They're attacking this Scorpion. We don't care. Sounds good to me. Firing on the Mongoose. That is also fine. Okay. Additional damage to the Centurion there, but we really, really don't care. Can we move down? The tracked APC moves up. I'm very concerned about them getting away. We may actually fail this mission. The Clint is absolutely going to move up to here. And that gives us... I mean, at this point, we definitely want short-range targeting. That gives us a good shot on this Cloudbuster AA tank. Or if we go into long-range targeting, we have an okay shot at the mobile HQ. But I think we're going to definitely fire on this Cloudbuster. Do we fire the rocket pack to quickly kill it? This would basically guarantee the kill. Do it. Okay, one down. Now then.
Ready for
Our
orders.
Mongoose is absolutely going to move up over this way. We'll get 5 evasive pips here. That gives us a shot on the Wheeled Scout or the Mobile HQ or the Tracked APC rear arcs. And that Tracked APC is the furthest out, so I think we'll fire on that.
All weapons are go.
That was a solid rear arc hit there, but unfortunately we didn't quite do enough.
Commander.
Okay, this Centurion is going to need to move up to here.
Copy that.
It'll have to fire on either of these. The hit odds are exactly the same, so we're going to go for the Striker here. We do not hit with anything. We're not surprised by this.
No luck.
Okay.
Ready to get it on.
Our stealth is going to make its way as up as it can. And that will be about right here.
I copy.
We have okay hit odds on that tracked APC. We can almost guaranteed finish it off. We have mediocre hit odds on the mobile HQ. Now, this is an escort unit, this Striker. So is this hover APC. So it is these 3 units that are what we actually need to kill here. I'm going to fire on this tracked APC, and this should be a kill, especially with that chaff countermeasure. Fantastic. 2 down.
Reporting one less vehicle.
The Wheeled Scout moves up. This is fully expected. Now these guys, they're going to have to engage the escorts over here, unfortunately. These guys have to push up and try to finish off the Wheeled Scout and the Mobile HQ. Both of those are pretty weak, though. That was a lot of damage for 5 evasive pips. Good rolls by that Owens. Okay, and then the hover APC is going to engage over here, presumably, as well. It is LRM, though, so yeah, it's going to have to move back a little bit. Yep, that's fine.
Light
We don't
damage
mind that in
confirmed.
the slightest.
Aye, aye.
So the Centurion is going to position here. This is our long-range Centurion, and we are going to fire on this mobile HQ. There's a lot of stray shot targets over here. We have okay hit odds. Light him up.
Give them everything I've got.
That is some solid armor reduction there. Our allies are not going to be very useful, although... Was that a hit there? I don't know if that was a hit. And yeah, that we're not surprised by.
Damage minimal.
Okay, what else do they have? It's phase 10. The Striker is just trying to figure out where to move. Okay, our friend the Scorpion moves up, does not fire. Sounds good to me.
Yes, Commander.
So our Clint absolutely has to move up to here at this time.
Double time. Let's go.
And we will fire on that mobile HQ, I think, with everything we've got. Our hit odds aren't the best, but they'll have to do.
Rear armor.
6 damage. Very, very non-ideal.
Internals.
And that mobile HQ is booking it.
What do you need?
Our Mongoose needs to get as up here as possible.
Copy that.
Glad I brought the Mongoose along. We're going to fire on this mobile HQ. We could theoretically kill it here, but we probably won't if I know how my luck works. Actually, that was a structure exposure there. Not quite enough internal damage, but we're going to move up with our AC-20 Centurion here, and we're going to fire on whoever our hit odds are best on. 28%, and okay, it's the Striker.
On it.
We managed to hit with the AC-20. I'll call that a win.
Commander.
The Stealth is going to sprint in up this way as well. We are exposing our rear armor here, but I feel like I have
On my
to.
way. Double time.
So I don't think this mobile HQ gets to the denial zone next round. The Mongoose can probably chase it down. So what I'm thinking right now is we go for the rear arc on this Wheeled Scout. Hit odds aren't the best, but what do we got? That was solid damage, but it was really spread out.
I can't take much more of this.
Like, really spread out. Sad.
Commander,
Our long-range Centurion is going to step up
on
here.
my way.
Now, the Ultra AC-5 is currently jammed. Our hit odds up over this way are quite bad. So let's take a look at our hit odds over here. 50%. 50% it is.
Firing on target.
We did manage to tag it, which meant that we did a lot more than 50% damage. Okay, they're going to move this Owens. We are definitely exposed in our rear arcs here. We have a lot of evasive pips, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. The Owens moves over. Fires on the cargo truck, of all things. Okay. Like, I really, truly don't care about that. No hits on the Centurion there. That's a little bit lucky, but not like it would have mattered most likely. Phase 11. This hover APC. Okay. Let's see what it does. What we're concerned about is this mobile HQ making it to the denial zone right now. We're going to continue moving up with our Stealth and our Mongoose. I feel like that'll be enough.
Watch the flank.
Ooh, that was several hits into that rear arc. It's okay, though. Fire truck going for that Owens. Getting no hits in. Okay. That's a hit on the Owens with an AC-2. Sounds good to me. Or maybe like a light rifle, with that being a cargo truck. Probably a light rifle. So the Mongoose is, at this point, going to move into this weak rear arc, or this weak side arc, rather, of the mobile HQ. And we're going to fire right into that weak arc. That's a kill. Excellent.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle.
And the Stealth actually gets to move immediately. We're going to sprint up into close range here.
Let's move.
And we are going to light up this Wheeled Scout. This is likely... well, this might be a kill. These odds aren't amazing, but they might be good enough.
Here it comes.
That was really deeply non-great.
I'm out of SRM.
Okay, where is the exposure here? Okay, that should be fine.
Standing by.
So at this point, the AC-20 Centurion is going to move in here and finish off this striker. There we go.
Vehicle trashed.
And then we're going to have our Clint actually come up over here. And I'd like to melee this hover APC if I can find it. There we go. And this would be rear arc here, but so would this, and I would prefer that. We would have to punch this, which would of course mean that we can't fire the ERPPC, but that is ideal because we are hot already. Very high heat. So we're likely not going to hit this punch. And we did not, but that's okay.
Negative damage. Negative damage.
That was a lot of laser hits, and actually a pilot kill. Or not a pilot kill, a vehicle destruction. That wheeled scout is very close to evac now. Fire truck is going to continue to attack that Owens at extreme range and not going to do anything. The Owens is going to make its way on in. Or disengage more. It's hard to say. What's your plan, Mr. Owens? Rear arc attack on the Clint. Fair enough. That is not super surprising. We're going to sprint forward with this Centurion, and we're going to position like this, and we are going to lob LRMs at this wheeled scout and hope that we get one into this torso. Probably not going to, but let's see what we get.
Rear armor it is.
Whole lot of nothing. Okay, that's fine. Cargo truck moves up, doesn't do anything. Scorpion moves up, doesn't do anything either. This guy moved again immediately. Okay, so this is our last turn to take him out. We're going to move into here with our Mongoose.
Roger that.
And this will almost certainly be a kill.
Targeting for now.
Evidence found, Commander.
There we go.
I'll meet you at the LZ.
Well, that was close. Good thing we had the Mongoose.
Waiting for
At this point, the Clint is going to turn around up over this direction. We're almost certainly going to switch into short-range targeting mode here, right? Actually, we were in short-range mode. Yeah, short-range targeting mode here is correct. Light up that Owens.
Roger that.
Good pulse laser spread, but we missed the PPC, sadly. And let's see what the Owens decides to do here. Moves in for another rear arc attack on the Clint. Destroys a Rocket 15. That's okay, we can replace that.
Losing weapon systems.
But that was definitely a little bit unexpected. At least it's just a Rocket 15. The Centurion is going to move up to here where we have clear LOS, and we're going to fire on that Owens. Our hit odds aren't the best,
Taking the shot.
but that was a solid hit there.
Reporting.
Sadly, we didn't make him unsteady,
Yes,
but
Commander.
it's all good. The stealth is going to move back over this way. We don't get in LOS, but we do sink heat. Fire truck moves up, does not fire. The Centurion is not really capable of getting anywhere useful right now. We're just going to position here and lob a couple missiles at that Owens and hope to make it unsteady.
We'll go.
That was actually pretty good there. That did make it unsteady. We'll definitely take that. Okay, this guy doesn't move until phase 16. He's so dead. Just move the Mongoose out over here just in case.
Receiving you.
Here's the idea. That. The Owens dies here. Boop. Okay, sure, not with that attack, but that's going to be a knockdown. And he is still dead this round.
Orders.
This Centurion is going to close into here and bring that mighty AC-20 to bear on this Owens. And this will be a kill.
Engaging the target.
There we go.
One less target.
Let's get out of here. So what do we want from salvage here? Honestly, there's not very much. We're probably going to sell most things. I don't know that it was really worth increasing the salvage, but you never know. You never know, and I generally prefer having more salvage than less. So 309k, not too bad. A little bit of damage to the mongoose there, but overall not anything major. We don't care about any of this, for sure. We'll get some in the roulette, and that's fine. We could get AC5s. MRM 10 is a little small for me. Those are kind of crappy engine cores there. A flak FCS, though. Plus 2 evasion ignore and 20% critical. Is it just me, or is that incredibly good? -1 recoil with ranged weapons as well. That is incredibly good. We're grabbing that, for sure. Sensor Sentinel? Oh, that's a C3 system. And also a Beagle Active Probe. You know what? We are going to grab that. That's pretty good, too. Some flak AC5 ammo. Ooh, improved MRM ammo. We're definitely taking that. I'm a big fan of MRMs. And beyond that... Listen kill LRM ammo? I guess we'll take it. Oh, I should have gone through that list and sold stuff. My bad. Oh well. I guess I was in too much of a hurry to replace that rocket that we lost. So that was on the Clint that we lost that. Okay. Well, we're not expecting this to cost too much in terms of repairs here. Maybe only 50 C-bills. 50 C-bills. 50,000 C-bills or so. 18,000 C-bills. We'll take it. Okay. And we are going to definitely need to tick forward until that Clint is done. So we're going to tick forward 2 days here. One more day. There we go. We're going to hop into the mech bay. And we're going to repair this Clint quick. So we need to replace the rocket pod here, and we'll just remove that rocket 15. That gives us 1 ton to work with. I would love to use an iRocket 20. We could put on... We only have the 1 missile hardpoint. That does make things awkward, doesn't it? I think the iRocket 20 would be nice. Well, those are infernal rockets, actually. Let's just do the rocket 20. And then we're going to need to find out some way to drop a little bit of weight here. We don't have anything in these legs. We could drop a little bit of leg armor here, as well as a little bit of arm armor. Although that's already quite a bit lower than the legs. So we could drop this down to, say, 85, and then this down to, say, 55. And these guys down to 83. Like that. I'm not hugely enthused by it, but I guess it'll do. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here. I'm not sure if we're going to deploy without the Wolverine again or not. We'll decide that next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.